We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Lock now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsay. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Locke got an open man here, and it's KJ Hamler. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Lock on the give, it's Lindsay. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. From the gun, it's Locke. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
First carry now for Tony Pollard. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Third and long for Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Makes the score Cowboys 7, Broncos nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The line of scrimmage.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
On the play of 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
It seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Gun. Here's Prescott. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And the Denver Broncos are in for 6. Well, everybody in the stadium thinking that the field goal would break our tie. It did all right, just not in the manner that we expected.
And every team we know works really hard on protection when they're trying to kick the ball. Imagine film session next week when they find out who broke down on that play.
McManus now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
The score, Broncos 14, Cowboys 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
At the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Pollard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Cowboy first down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Complete.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
Cowboys 7.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he whips that one incomplete there. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll run for it with Pollard. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
And some room to roam now. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Now here's Pollard. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Ties the game at 14.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Locke. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Block. Open man. He completes it to Judy. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. A big play there for the Broncos on 3rd. 43 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a carry for Lindsey. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Broncos 21.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action now. Prescott. And And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a first down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Davante Adams with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The kick is good.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're getting closer here now to halftime, and we may need that halftime break just because there hasn't been much of a break in this first half. A lot of points being put up.
Not much room to breathe, is there? Because these guys are going up and down the field. And let's face it, if you're the offensive coordinator for either squad, pretty happy with what you're seeing. If you're the defensive coordinator,
you're not so happy.
You're frantically searching for something that'll work. You're on the headset talking to your assistant. You're checking your play sheet. You're going through your memory banks of all the tape you've watched. You've got to come up with something, anything that'll help slow them down.
Searching for answers.
2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Clock now on 1st down. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On 1st down, Locke. That's complete. Akuli-Bunam. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down. First and goal at the 9.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Locke working out of the gun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And McManus able to put it through. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Final play of the half, Prescott. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
That's the end.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no? Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Prescott from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
7-yard line.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, Locke. It's Floyd on the right. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He'll go up top here for him. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards.
Goal to go.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
One more time with Lindsey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Broncos 35, Cowboys 21.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. Cooper's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Complete.
He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Cowboy first down.
First down, Prescott. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Prescott yet again. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20.
Prescott's pass.
It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 42 yards.
On the play.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 10 more there and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Run for Pollard. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now Pollard. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Dallas.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Block. Open man Hamler, that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Locke. This is the tight end Fant. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that will be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
The kickoff for Dallas.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. KJ Hamler returning it. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Nice. Watch the slack.
From the gun, it's Locke. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. He'll go up top here for Hamler. This is caught at the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. KJ Hamler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott to throw it. Looking deep for Adams. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
And a Cowboy
offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
1st down, Cowboys.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Devontae Adams there to make the grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
His kick.
And he'll bang that one through.
That ties the game at 42-all.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He's got his tight end Fant. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Block on target to Fant for a Bronco 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Block now on 1st down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Jerry Judy with a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Extra point from McManus is good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing. Prescott looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Dallas.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's go.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Prescott on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Here's Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are in the field?
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin in the final minute. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Brings up 2nd and...
I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. To throw is Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Pass intended for K.J. Hamler. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 22 yards on the pickup there. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
39-yard attempt.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last.